Well, hey guys, good morning. Aaron with Lansing Lawn Service here. So, I've got a leaf cleanup going today, and it's a pretty big one. I mean, it's not too bad. We're just gonna mulch them. We've got quite the mess here. The backyard isn't the worst though. So we're gonna take the grandstand on this. We're gonna get it all cleaned up here. We're gonna mulch it up. If we have to, I can put the Catch Pro on there, which there will be a video coming with the Catch Pro here in a little bit. This is the front yard here. The worst part though is the boulevard. So we're going to blow all that up in the yard. We're going to mulch it all up, and I'll show you how we do our cleanups here. So let's get going. Alright guys, so this cleanup was probably one of the biggest cleanups that I have done this season, and it was really due to the fact that I wasn't able to get out here and do a intermediate leaf cleanup like I normally do on a lot of my properties. The weather just didn't allow for it. We've had a lot of rain, and we've had a lot of, well, I shouldn't say a lot of snow, but we did have some snow. And then in between there, I had Lawntrepreneur Academy over in Novi that I went to for a weekend. So that kind of, threw a wrench in some of the works for these cleanups here. So this one got pretty bad, and I don't know if you can tell in the video or not, but down this street, this house is right in the center of in the middle of the street there, where it comes down. She's got a culvert right in the front of her driveway, so the whole road, both ends, come down to a valley kind of, and her house is right in that valley. So all the leaves, if there's a wind from either direction, all the leaves come to this lady's front porch or front yard. So that is why this person had so many leaves in the front yard. She's only got one tree in the front yard, but she gets a ton of leaves. So this house here, this client is the first client that I ever landed as a lawn care provider 7 years ago. Now, sadly, this client has passed away. She passed away this year. She had some sort of lung disease, and unfortunately, she passed away about 4 or 6 weeks ago at the time of this recording. So, unfortunately, she did pass away, but the family still wanted me to take care of the yard until they put the home up for sale. As far as I know, they haven't cleaned it out or anything like that yet, but I don't know for sure. All the windows are covered, and so I can't really see in. I do know that they had the house power washed, so I do know that happened. So they're moving slowly along with the sale of this house. But let's get back to the more exciting stuff at hand, which is the leaf cleanup. Now, when I do my leaf cleanups, I usually go around the perimeter of the entire yard, blow everything away from the fences, porches, anything where leaves might be congregated, in a corner or whatever. And that's what I'm doing here at this point. And I'm just blowing them out. You're going to see me blow all these leaves into the yard. The way I do my leaf cleanups is I mulch all the leaves as much as I can anyway. And then with this yard, as you will see in a little bit, I had to get out the Catch Pro. I don't like calling it the Ballard Catch Pro because while Ballard sells it, it's not an original Ballard product. They put their name on it, sure, but I just like calling it the Catch Pro. Ballard is not a sponsor of my channel by any means. I did buy the product. they did not send the product to me. So, you know, I paid for it with my own money. So there is a review going to be coming, and I believe I said that, or will say that already in the video. And so yeah, let's just go ahead and enjoy some of this footage here, and then I will come back in and tell you kind of my process with mulching the leaves. So as you can see here, there is a ton of leaves in this boulevard. The leaves here were about 4 to 6 inches thick, and it brought the mower down a bit. But I have gator blades on, so shout out to Gator Blades, and they really do a fantastic job of mulching up the leaves. And I do go over the boulevard especially, and the rest of this front yard, quite a few times to get it mulched up really fine. And then, you know, that's just how I have to do it at this point. I have been looking to buy a billy goat debris loader, but unfortunately with all of the bottlenecks that are happening right now with the supply chain, nobody has a brand new leaf loader in stock. And I do want to go new. I don't want to go used. I just feel like there's so many problems that could potentially happen with these leaf loaders, because they sit most of the year and they're really not taken care of very well. A lot of them, most of them, well, I shouldn't say most, but a lot of them sit outside all year long unless they're in use. And so I really want to go new, so I know that it's in good working order. But I have kind of given up on getting a leaf loader this season. Hopefully I will be able to get one next season. One thing that I did think about with the leaf loader is that I have to park my trailer in the garage. I have to. The city that I live in requires that I not park anything on the lawn. And so I can't park my trailer on the lawn, and that requires me to park the trailer in the garage, which I actually prefer parking the trailer with the equipment on it in the garage. It helps out. I used to pull up to the front of the house, unload the equipment into the garage, and then park the trailer in the grass. The city did not like that, and there is an ordinance against parking vehicles or trailers or whatever in the yard. So I understand that. I completely understand. You know, it is what it is. I have to abide by that. And it's really actually, it's a lot more simple than I thought it was. And that's why originally I was unloading the equipment and parking it in the garage. It is actually quite easier to park the trailer with the equipment on it in the garage than I first thought. So I've gotten really experienced at backing the trailer into the garage. My garage doors are low, and my gutters are low on the garage. And so part of the problem with getting a debris loader and building a leaf box on the truck, which is something that I would have to do because I don't have a dump trailer, and I do want to get a dump insert, is that I would have to build the dump box in such a way where I can still back that trailer up into the garage. But right now, how it is my bumper has to go into the garage, and if I had a leaf box on there, there would be no way for me to get under that overhang on the garage and get that thing in there. So it's up for debate right now on which way I want to go. I may end up having to get a dump trailer. I'm not looking for anything big, just something kind of small. almost the size of a dump insert for my 6.5-foot bed. So just something easy. I would probably try to park that dump trailer behind the house where it won't be seen by the city, but I don't know. Around me, I do not have storage facilities with outdoor parking. They just aren't very popular around here. I have 3 of them right down the road from me, and none of them offer parking spaces for storing, trailers or whatever. So that's frustrating because I was going to get an enclosed trailer a few years back. I was really thinking about it, but as I started looking around, because I had to do my due diligence to see if I had a place to park it, there are no storage units around to park trailers, at least not anywhere close to me. So that was just a big downer because I really wanted an enclosed trailer. So there's some challenges that I have with expanding my leaf setup, but I'm going to figure it out, and we're going to take care of it because right now, as you can see with the Catch Pro, I am taking that, I'm filling it up with the mulched leaves off the yard, and then I'm having to dump it into brown bags that the city will come and pick up. I don't really care for that. It's time consuming, it's messy, and it's not efficient. It's just not efficient at all. Now, it might be efficient if I were to mulch the leaves, then use the Catch Pro, fill the Catch Pro up, dump it on the curb, and then use the leaf loader, but I'm thinking even that is not efficient for the size lawns that I do. For the size lawns that I do, I would probably just blow them off and then load them directly into the leaf box with the leaf loader. So, guys, comment down below on this video what your leaf setup is, or any suggestions you would have for me on creating a leaf setup that would potentially be better than what I'm thinking of, because I need some input. So if you guys would comment down below on a neat leaf setup that you might have or have seen, let me know those things, because I want to do the best thing possible for my business, the most efficient thing. And right now I'm running into some challenges. So if you guys have any ideas on how to remedy those challenges that I just talked about, leave those down in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you guys get value or entertainment out of these videos, make sure you subscribe. Also, click that notification bell and make sure that you turn on notifications on your phone so that you hear or you see all the notifications of when I put out a new video. So, all right, guys, I'm going to quit talking for a little bit here. Just enjoy the cleanup. guys, it was amazing that I got all of those leaves in the front yard mulched down to only take away 2 bags of leaves. That is awesome. That's the power of mulching leaves. So as you can probably imagine, a bunch of the leaves that were there stayed on the ground. But those decompose into the ground and they become fertilizer for the soil that's already there. Now, one thing that I didn't mention before about the former owner of this house, because she passed away, is that she was my first client or customer, but I had a name for her, a nickname for her. The nickname for her was the Picky Lady. I guess I can say her name because she's passed on now, but Margaret was very, very picky. Me using my 52-inch multi-force on this lawn would be a huge no-no for Margaret. She would have a cow if she saw me using this machine on her lawn right now. Her lawn had to be push mowed and bagged every single time. And because of that, her soil did not get a whole lot of nutrients. And so she had a lot of weeds, and she was always frustrated because she always wanted to get rid of the weeds, but she didn't want to use chemicals, so she'd always try to find these alternative ways, and she would research on the internet and stuff and have me do it, and never worked well. So yeah, the Picky Lady really was picky. But you know what? I was partial to her. You know, I should have dropped her years ago, but she was my first client. And Margaret was the type of person where she didn't get along very well with many people. And so I guess I just felt obligated to stay on and take care of the lawn and just go through the motions. And I did that. And, you know, I did that at a very, very cheap price for Margaret. Again, should have let her go a long time ago, but you know what? You do what you do. And so that's how I treated Margaret. She would have me clean gutters. She has gutter guards on her gutters, but every once in a while they'd blow off, and I'd have to get up there and fix them and clean them. And she had me do a bunch of stuff, like trimming up the pine tree that you see there, things like that, just odd jobs. And I did charge her for the pine tree, but I've done a lot of things just for free for Margaret. You know, she would spread my name around if she could, and you know, while I didn't get any clients from her necessarily, you know, she tried, and you know, I felt like I needed to keep her on because I'm not sure another landscaper would be able to tolerate Margaret. And so the health situations that she was in, she definitely needed somebody. And you know what? I felt like I almost had a duty to Margaret and to the community to keep working for Margaret, even if it was below market rate. And even if I did have to push mow, and even if I did have to bag and do some things for free, because when it's all said and done, I really did appreciate Margaret and taking a chance on a guy that put an ad out on Craigslist that came to her lawn, the first lawn that he ever mowed as a business, with a cheap Menards mower, no self-propel, and a bagger coming off the side of his mower, a curved shaft trimmer, and a broom to mow her lawn. And I really appreciated her taking a chance on me. And so I decided that I would continue to service her lawn, even if it hurt. And, you know, sometimes, some summers, that summer heat, it hurt. It was painful. But you know what? I feel good about it. I think I did the right thing. And while I didn't make any money on Margaret's lawn, over the years, I still felt good about taking care of Margaret's lawn and about helping her out and helping the community out. So I really did appreciate Margaret giving me that chance, and that is what propelled me and gave me confidence to continue on in the lawn care business. Alright guys, that's it for this one. I still have to blow it off here yet. But as you guys saw, it's really nice. It turned out good. Now, I am going to make a video on the Catch Pro here coming up soon. Probably at my own property. That way I can take my time and I can get a good video for you. On this back part, the leaves have still been falling from this tree here, so it's not as clean as I would like, but that's okay. We will get it done here. We're gonna blow this all off. It's gonna look a little more leafy when I'm done, but it looks a lot better than it did. So let's get on to the next one. We'll see you in the next video.